Yep. Hello, Go Day, and joined alongside me is Stephen Ruffing, and we're here for CUTV's high school football game of the week between the Franklin Regional Panthers and the homestanding Connellsville Falcons. And Stephen, we are here in Falcon Stadium. We are here in store for a big-time matchup here today, 5A matchup here in Pennsylvania football.
Yeah, two 5A powerhouses going at each other, two pretty big schools, Connellsville and, of course, Franklin Regional. Here's our tale of the tape, the records. Little flip-flop. Connellsville 1-4 overall, 3-1 for Franklin Regional in the conference. Connellsville is 0-4, Franklin Regional 3-1, just like their overall record. That home record, 0-3 for Connellsville. They try to change that up again, or change that up for tonight. The home record for Franklin Regional is 2-0, 1 play.
And that points for and points against there for Franklin Regional for a team that's 3-1. And averages more points against than points for. That's very interesting there. Tight games with only 16 and 19 points apiece there.
Yeah, it's going to be a low-scoring game. It could either be a low-scoring game or a high-scoring game. It's tough to tell between these two teams. Connellsville, as you see, they're taking the field in those sharp black and blue jerseys. But, Dylan, I mean, this game can go either way. It could be high-scoring or low-scoring.
That could be either or, but as you can see, the Connellsville Falcons running out onto the field. They're in store for a tough matchup here today, though. The linebacker here for Franklin Regional, we're actually going to have a graphic for him in this game. The Whippeal now with 81 tackles already. Yes, correct. 4 games in, he is at 81 tackles. And Steve, let's take a look at the weather here.
Yeah, nice, comfortable, 62 degrees. 5% chance for rain. I like our chances there. I like our odds, but that might be going up later tonight. Maybe up to 5 miles per hour wind, but it's looking like it's going to be a pretty decent night. But those clouds coming in, they're not looking too good, Dylan.
Yeah, and here's a look at the smoke out there in the field. It's got some blue smoke, you know. That's pretty cool. Never seen that quite before there. But again, back to Bryce Lauer. I think that's the guy we're going to have to watch out for. This Connellsville team has to be prepared there. He's the guy, as you can see, he's one of the captains out there for Franklin Regional, number 71 there in Lauer. And he is a player to watch out for. Again, 81 tackles already this season. Already has offers from Duquesne, St. Francis, and a couple other 1AA schools.
Penn State looking at him.
Penn State looking at him. That's a guy that's the face of the news there. Post-Gazette just had an article on him this week.
And you could almost put him to blame for this only 19 points against for this Franklin Regional team. You have to think that Lauer is a big part of that. 81 tackles, 4 games for this kid is absolutely unbelievable.
And they knocked off a tough McKeesport team there in their first game of the season. They're only 13-7. So again, his tough defense had to contribute to that.
Yeah, and that loss to Plum, that's the one where you're like, okay, is this Franklin Regional team, are they legit or who are they playing? So you don't know how this one's going to go. Franklin Regional, it could go either way. It's going to be, I'm going to make a prediction now. I think it's going to be a very, very low-scoring game.
I would have to agree with that, and especially if weather is a factor there in that one. We're going to take a look at the John Woodruff tree now. Steve, you have a little bit of information on that tree.
Yeah, John Woodruff, a Olympic gold medalist back in he ran with Jesse Owens. He received a tree they gave to all the gold medalists on their way back from Germany from Berlin. A lot of the competitors threw their trees over the boat. John Woodruff didn't, and he planted it in that exact spot, and that's where that tree is from. Very, very cool piece of history in Connellsville, PA.
And he's kind of outshined there by Jesse Owens, but in this area, that's a guy that means a lot to this community there in John Woodruff. Not too often you go to a place that Olympic gold medalist is from.
Yeah, I agree, and of course there's a couple other historic figures in sports that we'll get to a little later, but let's get ready for this kickoff, Dylan.
Yeah, lots of talent here in southwest Pennsylvania, especially this Connellsville area. Some big-time athletes there. And now the kicker there for Franklin Regional, Dominic DeFalco, kicked a 20-yard field goal, as you saw in our open there, as you heard in our open there last week against Armstrong. So he's coming off a huge game, a game-winning field goal as well, and his kick is away now from the left hash, and he's going to kick it back to the opposing left hash, and that's number 4 there for Connellsville, Kobe Stanley. And he's going to be brought down at right around the 21-yard line. So decent field position to start out here for Connellsville.
Yeah, this field position is really going to put Connellsville's offense, to the test, and it's going to also give us a chance to witness as Bryce Lauer make his first attempt on defense early in this game.
You can see they're kind of in a forefront there, and he's just standing in the middle there at the line. Appears to be the middle linebacker there he just stands out his body size compared to everyone else. Saw where his coach was actually mentioning he's surprised more coaches aren't looking at him just off his size. As Connellsville now's quarterback will fumble there. The opening snap will pick it back up, and who is there for the tackle? Therefore, Connellsville, for Franklin Regional, that's number 41 there in. Actually, don't have him on our roster there.
Yeah, and this snap, this slips right through Dylan Bubarth's hands, and he can't get possession of it as the defender for Franklin Regional comes in and just finishes off that play with a sack.
Excuse me, that was not 41, that was 44 there, and Jack Poling, the 5'8" junior running back. So not a good way to start out if you're Connellsville now, as now there's a clock issue as well, as I believe the play clock is down already under 5 seconds. It should not be that low. But again, that's not the way you want to start out. Kind of saw that if you're watching Thursday Night Football, if you're watching us live last night, the Bears started out with a fumble just like that on their first play of the game. So not a good way to get your offense rolling.
Right, morale could be low after something like that, but one of the biggest, things to get over is the
side to his running back. Nowhere to go there for Connellsville, as that was Bodie Stonebreaker. He's a 5'8" junior running back.
Yeah, so far this season, 29 attempts for Stonebreaker and 165 yards. He's averaging 5.7 per carry. Not too bad, but if you're Franklin Regional, you're looking at this rushing game play.
Yes, you are, and those are some slick uniforms there for Connellsville. And I'm wondering if that has their roster a little mixed up, because they actually have a freshman listed as number 18 for their quarterback. I do not believe that's who it is, as he's going to drop back and he's going to go passing to a wide open receiver there, and that will be enough for the first down. That is number 20 there for Collinsville, and Seth Coons.
Yeah, just getting open in the middle of the field is huge, giving your quarterback a chance to drop back, as we're going to see here. Great blocking, no pressure there, finds the open man in the middle of the field, nails him, then he gets a couple extra yards after that first down. All around good play from this Falcons offense.
Yeah, very good play for this Falcons offense, as again, that is a freshman quarterback there, Engage Gillett. He is a 5'9" freshman there, and he's going to keep this one out rolling to his left. Makes a man miss, and he will be brought down and picking up another first down. So a little bit of spark for this Connellsville offense.
If you're a freshman quarterback doing things like that, if you can keep that up, you're going to be sticking around for all 4 years. Watch him just this one, fake handoff. He takes it himself. He had the whole. And that's how he was able to pick up that first down. A huge, huge stepping stone for this Connellsville team.
And getting on the outside is a way you could possibly avoid there in Bryce Lauer in the middle of this Franklin Regional defense. So keeping the freshman quarterback on the outside, having them rolling out of the pressure there of Bryce Lauer. So that's a good strategy there early on by Connellsville.
Timeout, Connellsville.
And Connellsville will call a timeout now, as I believe the play clock was running low there for the Falcons. So again, a little bit of a kinks to work out here early, but picked up some yards on this first drive.
Yeah, of course. They had that open man in the back. If Connellsville's team can keep up this offense, I think they could really give Franklin Regional a run for their money.
Steve, here's a look at Connellsville's schedule. Early on, they picked up that win there in week 0 against Uniontown, but since then it's been a rough road ahead there for the Falcons.
Yeah, look at that win at Uniontown. They can put up points if they get the opportunity to, but I mean, that is a tough looking schedule. Penn Trafford, number 4 in the state, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Penn Trafford, number 6, Gateway, number 4, McKeesport. Those are some tough competitions. Getting that win at Uniontown was huge, but the rest of the road ahead is going to be tough for this Connellsville team.
is going to be tough. And looking at the stats there for Connellsville, Gage is actually only completed 5 passes ahead of them in terms of passing yards this season. So that's the youngster getting a shot here against this Franklin Regional team as he hands the ball off to the inside. And that'll be a nice run there for Connellsville. That's number 35, Bodie Stormberger, yet again.
Connellsville, they're going to be calling upon their offensive line big time in this game. Making those holes, creating those opportunities gives these running backs a chance to possibly get past Lauer, and Lauer actually made the tackle on that play. But if you're a running back and you could find those holes and hopefully get past that big linebacker, I mean, you have a chance to cruise in this game.
Yeah. Clock is running low for Gillett as he sends his man in motion. They picked up some yards, and that's a option pitch, and it'll be brought down immediately there by Franklin Regional's number 46 there for the Panthers. Excuse me, getting the numbers mixed up yet again. That's number 16. Sorry about that. That is Joshua Mayer.
Yeah, and watch, they had to rush this play, and the option unfortunately didn't work for the Falcons team there, but they had to rush that play yet again. They didn't want to waste another timeout, so they had to rush that one, get the play going, and unfortunately that option didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
And that option pitch is tough. That's something I had to do in high school. I could not imagine trying to run that as a freshman. That's a tough skill to learn, to pitch that ball out. As he's going to drop back to pass as Gillett. He's going to throw a beautiful pass down the sideline, and a beautiful pass breakup there for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, that one was by number 18, Devin Powell, just at the last second. Hopefully we have a replay there, a nice replay for you, because Powell got his hand in there at the last second, just as that ball was about to drop right in the receiver's chest, right there. Look, he gets that hand up, deflects that ball out. That is just stone cold defense right there.
And what a throw by the freshman quarterback as well. That was very impressive, rolling out to his left, put that ball right where it needed to be. Just a beautiful play there by Franklin. Punting for Connellsville, and that ball will be down at right around the 16-yard line. So Franklin Regional offense now gets a chance to prove what they have here in this one.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. But that Connellsville, that drive, that gives them a little bit of hope. They got down the field. This freshman quarterback really leading this team, even as a young player.
And now we're going to take a look at Franklin Regional's schedule, and that started off with a open there in week 0. First, they're upset 13-7 over McKeesport.
Yeah, this McKeesport team, they're always up and down. You never know what they can give you, but Kiski Prep, a loss against Plum, and then that win against Armstrong. Coming off an emotional win like that, getting a last-second field goal, it's tough to come back like that and play 100%.
That it is now, as Rodzinski, the quarterback here for Franklin Regional, finds his way to the outside of the ball. He's at the 40, 45, 50, and he's taken out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. That was, actually Nathan Leopold, the wide receiver here for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, and he just took a wild out to the sideline and making his way past his Connellsville defenders. That's exactly what you want to do on the first play of the drive.
And it appears they're going to stick with that formation. Bit surprising as their quarterback Rodzinski is 8th in the WPIAL in passing, as they're going to stick with this Wildcat formation. He's going to fumble the snap. There is Leopold there, and Nathan Leopold there couldn't get a hold of that one.
Yeah, and you know, Dylan, I said this I believe twice already. It's going to be a defensive shootout. This is going to be a pretty low-scoring game. This Franklin Regional team, if they keep doing things like that, this Connellsville defense might swallow them up.
Yes, they will, and Leopold there. See if he sticks back at the quarterback position. He leads the team in receiving with 8 receptions, 157 yards this season. Second on the so he's going to drop back to pass now is Leopold, and he's going to keep this one. He's going to pick up around 10 yards there on that one and make it a more manageable third down and short here.
You know, Connellsville defense on that one, they had a defensive back come in and go after Leopold and leaving his man wide open. Leopold had a chance to throw that ball, but he was just going to go for the glory on that one and run himself. Picked up a few yards, bringing third down play.
It will be a big third down play, but maybe the reason he couldn't spot that there is because, he is a wide receiver there at the quarterback position now. Maybe still learning the attributes you need to use there. He's going to fake the handoff, and it's going to drop on the ground as he will manage to pick that one right back up at the 45-yard line. But there's some miscommunication in this Franklin Regional backfield.
Yeah, both teams, they have a couple things to work out, working out those kinks, and right there you saw a flaw in Franklin Regional's. It's about communication. It's about executing on plays like that. Right there, just a miscommunication, mishandling of the ball.
And Anthony Rodzinski's actually out here on the punt team for Franklin Regional as he blocks there as a protector for Franklin Regional. They're going to punt this one away back to a pair of Connellsville players. They're going to let that one bounce inside the 5-yard line. That's going to be down at the 2-yard line. So a beautiful punt there by Franklin Regional's kicker there in Dominic DeFalco.
Yeah, that one took a Panther bounce in the favor of Franklin Regional, getting down to the 2-yard line. Impressive punt, but for Connellsville, that one go, that was pretty risky.
And very risky there. Again, miscommunication. We expected this Franklin Regional team to come out strong. You mentioned a low-scoring game. That's definitely what it's shaping out to be, especially if we get some weather working into this game. I could definitely see this sticking to a low-scoring game now as Gillett in the shotgun formation. He's going to keep this one right up the middle and nothing going there, just a gain of 1 there on that play.
Yeah, trying to get out of the position that they're in right now is so tough when you're pinned down at the 2-yard line. Running offense like that is risky, but it's almost what you have to do. Just kind of plowing your way right up the middle, trying to get past that big defensive line. It's tough for the Falcons.
Will be tough in there. You don't see that too often. Just now noticing that the last names on the back of these jerseys, I don't think I've ever seen that with high school football, so that's pretty cool there for Connellsville. As Gillett formation. I mean, he's going to not much there on that. Not much there on that run. Just another gain of around 2 or 3.
Yeah, and it's exactly what I said. Connellsville will probably see a throw, almost have to throw on this big third down play. But what else can you do when you're pinned back there besides running plays like that? This is a tough Franklin Regional defense. You can't do much against them. So being pinned like that, it set up the Falcons pretty much.
Especially with that freshman quarterback, like you mentioned, he's going to be forced probably to throw here on this third down and long as Gillott. He's going to fake the jet sweep, and he's going to pick up, again, around 4 yards there in that play, but it will not be enough for a Falcon first down.
And you can't really blame them for running those plays that they did. It's only a limit things that you could do running that fake jet sweep. You almost had them. He faked that. He played that well. Running up that middle created a nice hole, but just not enough to get that first down.
I believe as Gillott's going to drop back to punt there. That's really designed to get the interior linebackers there for Franklin Regional flowing out to the outside and trying to hit them right behind where they're flowing with the quarterback there up the middle. As Gillott's now going to punt this one away, and it's going to be a short one as receiver there for Franklin Regional calls a fair catch at right around the 42-yard line. A late flag here as that's in that game. I believe I saw a hit there right around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I saw exactly what you see what exactly the ref has to say, but I saw that late hit just like you saw.
It really wasn't near the play there, and it was kind of after the fact that he caught the fair catch. So a bonehead play for either team, whoever gets called here on this penalty.
And to me, it's surprising that the refs even took that long to discuss what exactly happened, because it looked like it was pretty cut and dry what we saw.
It was just him pulling him down there with the hold, so that's going to set Franklin Regional back. Had great field position. Now they're going to be backed up in Franklin Regional territory.
Yeah, and we're taking a look, and there you see the arm coming around the Connellsville player. That a really good call. I think that's what we saw, the end play there, dragging him down. We thought the Connellsville player had hit him maybe from behind or late, but it was the Franklin Regional player dragging him down. This is a shame. They're in some pretty decent field position off that punt.
Yeah, and Rodzinski is now back at quarterback here for Franklin Regional. Tried the move at the 20-yard line, drags his defender down inside the 15-yard line. What is a great run there by the running back there for Franklin Regional, number 40, there in Zachary Gordon.
Yeah, and just watch this play. Watch how hands on the ball explodes out of that backfield, passing up all the Falcons players. He almost is, he has a lot of green in front of him. Just passes player, can't get past that last defender, taking him down. What an amazing run there by the Franklin.
And there the offense for Franklin Regional finally gets in the zone as he's going to hand that one off again there to Gordon. Gordon now breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, and he's down right around the goal line. See if they call him, and they're going to call him down right at the goal line there. And Gordon, 2 straight carries, and he's off to a hot start.
Yeah, this running back getting that ball on the hands, exploding out of that backfield, getting past the defensive line, breaking a few tackles, just running all over the home dogs right now, putting them on that 1-yard line. You'd have to predict a touchdown within the next couple plays.
Yes, you will. And again, that is a youngster as well. He's only a sophomore here for Franklin Regional. They're going to line up in the stick-eye formation. It's going to be a touchdown there for Franklin Regional. Made a few plays, took one there.
6'3" running back Stephen Johns getting that ball, doing the dirty work, putting his head down, getting through the defensive line there, making his way into the end zone for the first touchdown of this game.
And that was an old school formation there for Franklin Regional. The old stick eye there. You put 3 running backs in the backfield and line them all up there, as now Dominic is going to go a bit of a missed hold there, but it will be up and good as Franklin Regional takes a 7-0 lead over Connellsville. Stay tuned for more high school football after the commercial break.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Belle Vernon. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
And welcome back to Connellsville High School as Franklin Regionals take a 7-0 lead early on in this one, as it's a high kick here by Franklin Regional. Will be fielded at the 25-yard line. He's going to be brought down right at the 30-yard line. A nice return there for Connellsville, but Steven, we're going to take a look at that touchdown there by Gordon, and it was a beautiful, actually not by Gordon, but Gordon set it up there for Franklin Regional.
Right, and the touchdown was good within itself, but it's that play, the 2 plays that went up to it, those 2 big runs from Franklin Regional, setting them up in that pristine field position to get that touchdown. All around great running game early on in this first quarter for Franklin Regional.
As Galat now rolls out to his right. Look downfield, and it will be broken up there on that play. Could not tell who it was, but what a pass breakup there by Franklin Regional.
Yeah, and that's that defense stepping up. Almost picked off. Connellsville right back receiver, but unfortunately he had 2 Franklin Regional defenders to get through.
Yeah, that was a tough window he was trying to force it into. 2 guys there for the Panthers were right in great position to make a play on that ball, as that's going to set up a 2nd down and 10 now in the pistol formation is Galat. And he's going to pitch it out to his wide receiver there that came in motion. That was number 4 there for Connellsville, Kobe Stanley. He's been returning the kicks there for the Falcons, as he had nowhere to run there on that one.
Yeah, Franklin Regional stepping up big time on defense. Jack Pauling finishing off the tackle as we saw the pass to for a 3rd down.
Actually, my number, I've been unable to see all these numbers. That was actually
the blue and black is tough.
Yeah, blue and black is tough. I had no excuse there for Franklin Regional. Blue on white is perfectly easy to see, but I just, as we're going to see a quad formation here by Connellsville off to the right, and Gillott's going to be back to pass, and fire a nice pass across the middle, and the freshman quarterback making plays here early on for Connellsville.
And you know what? I think they played that one perfectly. They had a man up for that screen, and I think that baited the Franklin Regional defense over to that and stopped that wide receiver, but wide open for Connellsville. Great play and great execution.
Yeah, great execution there, especially when you come out in a quad wide receiver formation. That's got to be distracting there to a defense. You got to be worried about whose man is who, and now they're going to jump right back into it. Is Connellsville. See what they do this time. Faking that screen yet again, actually throwing it out there, but it will be over the head of his intended target. There is a flag here right at the line of scrimmage, maybe holding here against Connellsville. Let's see what the official call is.
And even if Connellsville went for that screen, you had Hunter Stonecheck right there. He was just waiting for that receiver to get that ball. He's almost lucky that one was thrown over his head.
They're actually going to call a sideline warning. He chucked that flag out there on the field. It'll actually just be against Franklin Regional's team, just trying to back them up. They're actually in the referee's ear right there as well, because it's a tight side there. To the far side of the field. Galot now fakes a pass, moves up in the pocket, throws it across his body there, but nothing doing there. Had an not open receiver, but there past the first down marker, just unable to hit him.
Right, Galot very late on his feet, working his way around those defenses, working his way around those roadblocks. Right there, positions himself, open man, overthrown. I think that was a good play. He could have, if he would have hit that man, that would have been some pretty decent yardage.
Definitely some promising play there by the freshman quarterback, though. Stepping up in the pocket, that is a tough skill to learn for a quarterback, and he's doing it there as a freshman, and not a lot of playing time as well. Only, again, 3 of 5 on this season here, 5 games in here for Connellsville. As Galot now is going to roll out to his right side. He's going to almost hit his intended target there. First down marker, just a little bit low and outside of his intended target.
Right, he had some company. Right, there's on him, throwing that one low again. Could have potentially had some decent yardage, picking up the first down off that throw, but being rushed, forcing him to throw low was great defense by Franklin Regional.
And Franklin Regional now awaiting this punt. They have Nathan Leopold and Tyrese Coleman back deep there for Franklin Regional, as Galot now doing everything for this Connellsville offense and special teams as he punts this one away, and that's going to be returned there by Coleman. Coleman now has a blocker in front of him at the 40-yard line. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 42-yard line, 41-yard line there by by the Connellsville defense, forcing him out of bounds.
Yeah, picking that one up, it's tough. It's tough to read those punts, especially in high school. It's tough to get those punts down, but he did a good job picking up a few yards.
Now we're going to take a look at the Johnny Lujak Training Facility. Steven, this is another guy with some awards there in the athletic side. A Heisman Trophy winner there, and John Lujak.
Yeah, Heisman, one of the first, I believe, Heisman winners. He's up there with some great names. We'll probably talk about that a little later.
As that's going to be a pass there by Franklin Regional, caught by Jacob Shedd. He's going to be down to the 30-yard line, the 20, the 5, the 10. He's going to step out of bounds, actually right at the 4-yard line. But, man, quick out of the timeout there by Franklin Regional.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like they catch this Connell team off guard. Getting past that defender, 11 on 11 there. Going towards that sideline, it's tough when you get close to that line, and it's tough. Right about there is where he stepped out, and that's where they're going to position the ball. But that was a close one and a perfect reception and perfect execution once again from this Franklin Regional offense.
Yeah, we didn't really have a good angle there across the field, but it sure looked like a touchdown from our vantage point. Is it going to be an inside give there by Franklin Regional? But this Connellsville defense makes a nice stand, and he's only able to pick up about one.
That like running into a brick wall right there, making big stops was that Connellsville defense. You see the feet chugging along, but just couldn't get anywhere and forces a second down.
Yeah, but that big catch by Jacob Shedd's giving this team field position as that's quarterback there, Adam Rudzinski there runs in for a Franklin Regional touchdown.
Yeah, when your running back can't do the job, just keep Connellsville defender to get yet another touchdown for this Panthers offense.
And that was a quarterback power play, and the quarterback there, and Adam Rudzinski, makes a power move there, lowering his shoulder and getting into the end zone now as Dominic DeFalco back in for it's a high snap, actually no extra point, and he tries to complete that fire play but unable to do so. So just 13 points now for Connellsville, for Franklin Regional. They take a 13-0 lead over Connellsville. Stay tuned for more high school football here on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecast from CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment. Vault News coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center. Online all the time.
Hello and welcome back here to Connellsville High School as Franklin Regional is now taking a 13-0 lead. Steven, they've had some quick plays here right early in the play clock, able to catch this Connellsville defense off guard.
Yeah, and that's all it was. They caught him off guard with that first play, and just like that, they're on the board once again.
And it's going to be booted off to around the 10-yard line, and that is fielded there by Connellsville, and he will be brought down by a host of Franklin Regional defenders there right at the 18-yard line. And Steven, we're going to take a look first at this beautiful catch. There's Stephen Jones there, steps out of bounds right at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, and when you say stepped out, I mean from the point, it didn't look that way, but Adam Rudzinski finishing that play. Seems like they're heating up. It seems like they're getting those gears working. We'll see what they can do here on defense.
And that's definitely going to pressure this freshman quarterback here for Connellsville again. Gage Elliott, I believe this may be his first start there at the quarterback position, and as he hands that one off,
The ball carrier
and he's going to be brought down as the Connellsville running back for a loss of 2 yards as his helmet pops off there, and Lucas White, the running back there for Connellsville.
Yeah, and unfortunately Connellsville couldn't pick much up on that one. Going into a second and
only about a second and 11 or 12 there for Connellsville. Is now going to be a timeout, and that's going to actually be the end of the first quarter here as Franklin Regional again has a 13-0 lead over Connellsville. Steve, let's take a look at what we have here. Actually, we're going to go to commercial break as Franklin Regional has a 13-0 lead over Connellsville. Stay tuned after the commercial break for the second quarter action here on CUTV.
Vulcan Nation, playing CalU's best music, 91.9 WCAL, Power 92.
Connellsville High School here is Franklin Regional again has a 13-0 lead over the homestanding Connellsville Falcons. And Steven, we're beginning to see this Franklin Regional team pick up their momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
yeah, and that's I mean, it's something that Connellsville needs to do. They need really to get on this board. They need that one big breakout play to get this ball rolling.
Yeah, again, there's a Bryce Lauer tackle watch. You don't have the official numbers there as Danny's Beck is keeping those numbers there in the booth, and it's going to be a play-action pass to a wide-open receiver there for Connellsville. Beautiful play design there as Trayvon Clayton, there, picks up a big catch there for Connellsville.
Yeah, and that's that big play I was talking about. That one almost went a little haywire, picking up the receiver. Clayton getting the ball, rushing with it, being taken down, but that's the play that gets the gears going. And we'll see if the Falcons can keep this up. That's the momentum they needed to get this ball down the field.
Be interesting if we do have that stat. I haven't seen Lauer make too many plays here in this one, as Connellsville again gets this one off to the outside away from Lauer and picks up another big chunk of yards there right around the first down marker.
And that's a huge part of this Connellsville offense, working their way past that middle linebacker Lauer, faking that middle run. That's exactly almost the first down, 2nd and 1.
The winds are starting to pick up a little bit here as the rain may actually be approaching us here in Connellsville. As again, same set that we've seen all game long here for Connellsville. It's going to be an inside give there to the running. That is number 35 now for Connellsville and Bodie Stonebreaker.
Yeah, those power running backs, putting your head down, grit, that's all it takes. Is a huge part of this Connellsville offense, and a play like that works perfectly in that short range.
Yeah, nice play there in the short range for Connellsville. There's going to be a timeout. Timeout here by Connellsville, I believe, who called that timeout, as it's going to be now their second timeout here in this one. But Steven, this Connellsville offense, you think that they're starting to get something going now in Franklin Regional territory. What are you going to do if you're Franklin Regional's, Connellsville coach, to try to get them on the board here?
Keep working around in the middle of that field. As you see our high school roundup, you'll see the highlights of this game, standings, top plays, predictions, and more from us Tuesday through Friday. But what you want to do this Franklin Regional team is work around that middle of the field where Lauer is, not giving him any chances to pick up those tackles. 81 in 4 games. I know for a fact that Connellsville is taking notes of that, and that's up to your offensive coordinators to find plays to work around that middle of the field, work around that middle linebacker.
Yeah, working around that middle linebacker in Lauer. There is now the ball on the Franklin Regional 45-yard line here, as they're going to go in a 4 wide receiver set pistol formation here by Connellsville. It's going to be an inside give there for the Falcons, and yeah, it's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain there for the Falcons.
Yeah, it's the yards after contact is what you really need to pay attention to, and we'll see how this one went. Putting your head down, getting past those first few people, and that was going to be Lauer that finishes off that tackle, and once you hit into that brick wall, you're not going very far.
Yeah, that's Stonebreaker again, running through a wall there, breaking through stone, you could say there.
Hey,
Stonebreaker.
If you're going to try to get through a wall, you want Stonebreaker.
Yeah, I would like to have Stonebreaker there as Gillett now pump faking and throwing a ball deep to his intended target. And there's lots of contact there, no flag thrown. Some frustration there by Connellsville, but a beautiful throw there by the freshman quarterback.
Yeah, Dylan, if I was the man in stripes, I was throwing that flag. I was throwing it in the booth. I was going crazy up here. But, I mean, there was some contact there. That was a perfect throw, almost in the breadbasket. You see the holding of the arm right there, not giving the receiver a chance to get both hands on that ball. It's a catchable ball. So, give me that yellow flag. I'm throwing it from the booth.
Yeah, we could definitely tell it from up here in the booth. And like you mentioned, again, only a freshman. I can guarantee you this is better than what I would have been if I was a freshman quarterback for sure there in Gillett. Is there going to be a false start leave here by Connellsville? They tried to get a little misdirection going, but I believe the rain is starting to pick up. I've seen some umbrellas popping up here on the home stands. Again, see what this call is. It's going to be a ball and offsides on the offense there. Maybe just mishandling of the snap there early on, a snap procedure there. That's going to drop the third down. As you can take a look at the rain there, you can see that dropping down from around the lights. And Steve, that's going to back this Connellsville offense up to a 3rd down and long here.
Yeah, and we'll see how the rain plays an effect. You saw Connellsville going through the air a couple times, a couple yards out of that. Maybe that changes. Maybe that forces you to go.
He's going to have some deep pressure on his backside and unable to feel it there is Gillett, and a beautiful play there by Franklin Regional's number 18, Devin Powell. The blind side rush there on the quarterback.
And you know what? The fans knew what was coming. This press box knew what was coming. It's like everything was happening in slow motion. You saw that defender just hunting him down. It was almost like a scene out of Jaws, just sneaking up on him. Look, the anger in his eyes, wanting to get that quarterback, breaking it up, forcing a fumble, but either way, it's going to be a fourth down. Connellsville picking up the fumble.
And that was a textbook swipe of the ball there as well. But, yeah, you could hear on the jaws, no. Oh, yeah, that was a Monday Night Football. I had it all in my head, but I messed it up. So forget about that at all costs. As Franklin Regional now trying to return this punt, and he would be brought down at around the 18-yard line as his helmet is ripped off. Again, no flags. They're keeping the flags in their pockets here today as he's frustrated with his official there saying, ripped my helmet right off. As Nathan Leopold is, again, maybe you can do a better Jaws impersonation of the
like
soundtrack than I. There you go.
You know, like not
Don't know why I did a little Sports Center sound there. Definitely not the best impersonations. We take a look there again. At the end of that play, his helmet's ripped off there in Leopold, and there's no flags. Only one or two penalties, I believe, here in this one. But again, something to look out for here today is their quarterback there, Adam Brzezinski, rolls out to his left and finds his target there for a big 20-yard gain there for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, it's going to be Jacob Shed getting that reception, a big throw, again, off the back foot, scrambling, forcing the throw, making a nice little move there to pick up a few extra yards, but being wide open. A very impressive play by Franklin Regional.
It's impressive as well in this rain and wind, able to complete a pass downfield as they're back in this power pistol look now. As he's going to give it off to his fullback there, and he lowers his shoulder and picks up a nice run. He's down to around the 41-yard. Nice run there by Franklin Regional.
Yeah, that fullback position, a thankless job. And that reminds me, weather this rain, the crappy weather, so a big shout out to them as well.
And that's going to be the fullback yet again, and Sean Persley, the 5'10 senior running back, picking up lots of yards here, right up the middle here for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, another big play, a nice big handoff there, getting the few extra yards they needed past that first down marker.
And this no-huddle attack, it continues as the same play, 3 plays in a row here for Franklin Regional, and they have found something in this hurry-up. Sean Persley.
Yeah, not giving this Connellsville defense a chance to breathe is something that Franklin Regional is executing so well. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Connellsville timeout sometime soon.
It definitely, to try to slow down this no-huddle attack, but they actually huddled up there on that one, maybe mixing it up. They're coming back in that same formation, tied into the near side of the field, 2 wide receivers to the far side, and 2 running backs in this pistol formation. They're actually going to play action pass as Brzezinski now stepping up in the pocket, trying to make some guys miss, but he will pick up enough. He's able to stay on this field.
There's going to be a flag on the play. I'm not sure if it was thrown or the referee dropped it, but he's coming in like he does have something to call. Saw that play right there. Franklin Regional moving the chains. That's the name of the game, Jack. Moving those chains, picking up those first downs, but it might be coming back.
Maybe coming back as well, but that's probably going to be another sideline where, again, it's a tight quarters there on these sidelines as they're trying to pressure to stay off the track, but also pressure to stay off the field. It's just you're in the position of what do you do there, as I believe it's going to be a sideline warning here against Connellsville. As now Franklin Regional, but it'll be a 1st down and 10 now for the Panthers as Brzezinski rolls out to his right. He's going to keep it himself, tries to make a man miss, does, and crosses back across the field and picks up enough for the 1st down. And Brzezinski there at the quarterback position, looking like a running back there.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he could really do it all. Quarterback, running back, what have you. He gets through that defense with ease, makes a couple moves, makes the defense miss right there. 1, 2, 3, making his way up that field. 4 missed tackles there from the Connellsville defense, getting that 1st down, moving the chains once again.
And Leopold is in motion here for Franklin Regional. Saw him at quarterback early on, and they're moving him back to the wide receiver. And now is Rosinski now. Same play, but this time to the left, and this option attack pitches it out to his running back. Nowhere to go there, so it would be just a gain of around 2 or 3. Connellsville defense did a great job of flowing to that option attack.
Yeah, the sophomore Zachary Gordon trying to do whatever he can to get past his defense, but doesn't execute very well. Getting swallowed up in the backfield, trying to make something out of a nothing right there, dragging the Connellsville defender maybe 1 or 2 yards, not even. Kind of staying where they were, picking up a yard on that one.
Just a yard there on that play as Rosinski now back in the power pistol formation. 6:20 left to go. He's going to hand this one off to the big running back there in Stephen Jones, as he's going to be brought down at right around the 20-yard line. So he picks up a nice run there, setting up a 3rd down and very short.
Yeah, Stephen Johns, a 6'3" senior, 217 pounds, built like a wide receiver, positioned as a running back, and you could see why he is. He just plows through those defenses, using his height to his advantage, trying to pick up as many yards as he can.
Yeah, and a nice run there by Johns. The running back position is a 6'3" big boy there. He's a 6'3", 217 senior here for this Franklin Regional offense.
But nothing compared to Jelani Stafford, California, PA. A big boy there, big running back, making his mark in the Whippeal.
Actually second in single A rushing yards. That's pretty impressive. There may be lightning or something here, or the play clock. They're actually turning the play clock on the left side of this field there, to your left side of the screen there, is turned off. So the quarterback, the officials will actually keep this play clock on their own. So that adds even a bigger hassle for this quarterback. That's happened to me a couple times here. They have still one on the play clock and know how much time you have left, but now you're going to have to keep a clock in your head.
Yeah.
That makes it even tougher there on the quarterback.
Yeah, and you know, if you have so many things going on as a quarterback position, and as you see there, it's off right now. Keeping track of that time is so hard for a quarterback just because you have so many things going on.
And again, that's going to be a triple option attack done in a beautiful way there for Franklin Regional, as there's going to be a flag out. But the running back there, it's Stephen Johns gets into the end zone, but I believe this one is coming back. But that's going to take away from some beautiful craftiness by Adam Rodzinski there at triple option attack.
Yeah, that triple option, something that you are very familiar with, but perfectly executing that one. It's unfortunate because this one might be coming back, and it looks like they are. Franklin Regional getting ready to get back in formation. It's going to be a holding call on Franklin Regional again. Unfortunate, perfectly executed.
Yeah, perfectly executed there. You see, rides the running back there, keeps it himself, pitches it out. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it.
And that's exactly how you did it, right?
No, not to the left side, not to the right side too often either there. That was the play. That's much better than I ever ran the triple option. I was anti-triple option there, even though we were running a triple option attack. Now it's going to be a time here by Connellsville. Maybe they're going to talk about stopping every game here so far, so definitely interesting stopping that triple option attack.
Right, and look at that rain coming down. I talked about grit. I talked about a thankless position. I kind of squeezed it in. The camera operators now, Devin, Dalton, and Matt, doing a fantastic job weathering this storm. And, of course, there's our YouTube, which we are live on right now, CUTV Sports 1. That's where we put all of our games, anything you need to catch up on, like you have family in West Virginia, boom, they go on YouTube to get it. Me, out of CUTV's coverage, boom, YouTube. Is able to watch it.
And we have a commercial that you may see,
Yeah.
you and I, about how to watch our YouTube page. But again, I think we jinxed this rain. We're talking about, the first time we come here in so many years and not raining. And
No,
we
it
jinxed
rained last year.
Yeah, I mean,
almost every year it has rained.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We jinxed it. That this year was going to be the year it didn't rain when we came here, and then we jinxed it, and now, and then as well as the umbrella is up in full of effect there, as we do you to bring out umbrellas just because that is a hindrance to other fans as well as the camera operators as well. As now Franklin Regional now on this 3rd down and long, they're going to hand the ball off. Actually, Rodzinski fooled me there, did Rodzinski, and he's going to be brought down right at the 1st down marker. This quarterback here looking quite the athletic ability here.
And you know what, Dylan? They're not going to give it to him. They're going to mark up that 4th down. I thought he got it. He had about 3 or 4 Connellsville defenders on his back, just dragging them. I thought he got past there just short right there as he gets dragged up. Yeah, about 3 players trying to bring him down. Finally, dude, just before that 1st down line.
And this mentioned the play clock. It's actually back up and running there. There's now another timeout. Again, this is going to be a timeout called here by Franklin Regional as the rain's really starting to pick up the wind as well. It's coming down in sheets now is this rain. Definitely maybe just trying to make sure it passes over here. You want to get a break in the weather to call this timeout on 4th down and short. Because what do? Do you send the kicker out there in this rain there? And Dominic DeFalco, he made a game-winning field goal last week.
Right.
But that'll be tough here in these conditions.
Right, and you know, it is going to be tough in these conditions. A play like this early on, I don't think you go for that field goal. Let's take a time to look at our Twitter at CUTV_PA. I always like to say Facebook and Twitter are like middlemen in our broadcast to YouTube. This is where we put all of our links. We even sometimes will go live on Facebook, but Twitter, we're still working with things, maybe trying to go live on Periscope, but another way to get any of our content with those links, we put them on Twitter at CUTV_PA.
Yeah, the technology just opened up the book to the possibilities of things that we can do here at CUTV. We're learning them every day, a new way that we can. That's just something we talk about every day. Just a way we can improve our broadcast, what we can give to you there in the audience there. And it's a great experience for us. We're getting hands-on experience with all this innovations and technology. It's definitely good for us in the industry here, trying to get into the industry.
Right. What it comes down to is putting the best we can out to you.
And it will be a 4th down quarterback in their big boy package, and it will be a 1st down here by Franklin Regional, bringing out the big boys in their goal line package and picking up that 1st down.
Yeah, the big boy package right there, really getting that 1st down. That's exactly what they needed. They needed that grit to get past that big defensive line, and we'll see how Franklin Regional adapts to this rain.
And that's a big 1st down. Now they can let more of this clock run as the clock is now down into 4 minutes and 40 seconds around in there, and see what Adam Brzezinski can do. He's been flashy here on this drive, making plays all over the field at the quarterback position. See, he gives this ball off there to Gordon, and Gordon's going to pick up around 4 or 5 yards there.
And you notice they're staying away from sending that ball in the air. I mean, the adversity that this rain Regional basically making their way up the field on the ground.
And sorry to these players if you come back to listen to this game. That was Stephen Johns actually there on the carry again. Somebody might need to get a new contact prescription as Rodzinski there tries to hit his tight end there in Jacob Shed, but unable to do so. A big target there in Shed. Rodzinski was just unable to hit him there on that one.
Yeah, finding your range. Finding your range after multiple run plays, it's tough. It's almost like starting from scratch. As you saw, he surprisingly overthrew him instead of that ball slipping out of his hands and underthrowing him. A very courageous throw right there. With the weather that we're having.
And how you're taught to hold on to the football in wet conditions is almost like holding a watermelon seed in your hand. You don't want to squeeze it too tight because it'll slip right out. You got to have a nice loose grip on it as Rodzinski now keeping the ball, making a number of nice moves right down at the 5-yard line, but a flag comes out late right at the 12-yard line and maybe bringing this one back up. Again, another nice Rodzinski run might be getting brought back here by a flag.
Yeah, the referee's throwing the flag on that one. Possibly, like you said, a holding penalty on Franklin Regional, and they're going to make their way back, and it's probably exactly what it is, Dylan.
Franklin Regional, and it's going to back them up now to a 3rd down and 12. Right around where they sneaked for that 1st down, they're sent right back there. As Rodzinski now, we may see him pass the ball again here as this is a 3rd down and long. But definitely in these conditions, this may be 4-down territory as well.
Right, and it seems like that rain's slowing down. We'll see what they do.
And Rodzinski now rolling out to his left. Pump fakes and fires and hits his intended target there in Nathan Leopold, and he is definitely picking up a 1st down. He's inside the 5-yard line. Leopold getting open for his quarterback and picking up a nice catch.
Franklin Regional doing a great job when they lose the yardage from those penalties, getting right back up and making a big play like we saw right there, pump fake, and then Dylan, but something I don't usually see. Now
that's called a bit of a Tebow jump pass. Tebow really was famous for his jump passes.
Right.
There, a bit of a jump pass for Franklin Regional there, and it's going to be an easy touchdown there by Steven Jones, getting right into the end zone as a 6'3" senior running back.
Yeah, that's who you're going to go to in a position like that, right in front of that end zone. Johns, making his way up the field. Didn't have to put his head down through that one, just kind of walked his way into the end zone.
Steven Johns, a big running back there for Franklin Regional, gets easily into the end zone there, and that one nice blocking up front there for the Panthers as the Falcons kick. Franklin Regional now takes a 20-0 lead over the Connellsville. Stay tuned after this commercial break for more high school football here on CUTV.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Take a look here at the cheerleaders there for Connellsville. Gary, actually, our producer there, has a connection there with the Connellsville parent of a Connellsville cheerleader there. And Stephen, we're going to get back to action here as Connellsville now away here by Franklin Regional. That's a deep one. Out to around the 19-yard line in Connellsville. Not a lot of time left here. Is only 3:12 left to go here in this first half. What do you think this Connellsville team needs to do? Is we'll actually take a look here first at this nice touchdown run by Johns.
Yeah, nice touchdown run by Johns, doing his job, getting those few yards that you need to get into the end zone. He's done that, I believe, all 3 times that they have. At least 2, I know that, but it's what you need. You need a utility.
A lot now, pitches it out to his running back here, and that would be a nice run there by Connellsville's running back. I believe that's Stonebreaker there. They go with the run option here. Again, now clock churning down inside of 3 minutes.
Yeah, and trying to make your way up the field. You think maybe soon they'd go for that no huddle. Try to get this thing going, get this ball rolling.
Second down and 2.
Galot now, the pistol set. Is he going to hand the ball off? Actually going to keep it himself. And a run pass option there by Galot. He's going to pick up a first down. Galot, that is a college level play. That is something they don't normally teach in high school, but the freshman quarterback able to fake the run out to the outside and throw it as well. That's a new version of the triple option there.
Right, and executed perfectly, kind of. That throw almost kind of like just lobbed it at him, no spiral. And
is set and ready to go, and he's looking out to his left. Trying to find a receiver, and does so, but it is off the hands of his intended target and out of bounds. A lot there. Tried to force that one in there. Maybe these wet conditions contributing to that receiver dropping that ball.
Right, and Galot looking at his wide receiver. Look at that. He knew exactly who he wanted to throw to on that one. Franklin Regional, they could pick that up. They could see where his eyes are going.
And you can see there the ball as well. Wasn't a perfect spiral as we've seen him throw all game long. Again, that wet conditions definitely have to play an impact on that. As again, this is a shotgun formation now, 4 wide receiver set. As Galot now stepping up in the pocket and delivers a beautiful ball there to his there right off the break, and that curl route. Another nice pass there by Galot.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, and an even better.
And we're seeing this hurry-up offense here by Connellsville as he pitches the ball out to his left side there. A nice throw again there by Galot. And that time it's a catch there by number 28 there in Lucas White.
Yeah, Lucas White listed as a running back, getting his hands on that ball. A smart play. Taking that ball, going out wide, and stepping out of bounds to stop that clock. And you know what? Connellsville making their way down this field at some pretty decent time.
Yes, they are. And again, we've seen this a couple times, unable to finish these drives, and this will be a big momentum booster here heading into halftime as Galat now looks to his left side of the field, an open target, and he hits him right. Oh, actually, he drops it there to the receiver there, but Galat, another nice throw. It looked like a good catch from here, but at the last moment, that ball popped out.
Yeah, and you heard the fans when they saw that ball drop out of the hands. A perfect pass. Hits the wide receivers in the hands, but that defender coming in, that's going to be number 24, Blaze O'Block, getting contact on that. I don't think it had anything really to do with the weather on that one. I think that's just great defense, picking the spot he wanted to hit.
Yes, and he hit him right as he tried that catch. This is the most. He has so much concentration of getting that catch and wasn't expected to get hit and got hit and jarred that one loose. As Galat now has a pressure on his back, and he will be brought down for a sack there on the play. Franklin Regional's defense finally able to get to Galat before he's able to throw one out.
There's certain moments when you really need a sack for your defense, and that is one of them. Stopping the momentum from this Falcons offense and getting that clock running and putting them in some tough field position.
It is going to back them up now with a 3rd down and 14 now for the homestanding Connellsville Falcons. As quarterback rolling out to his right, avoiding the rush and unable to do so. Number of Franklin Regional defenders, and there's just nothing going there for Connellsville.
Right, as you see Lauer on your TV screen, excuse me, on your screen right there, and you know you got to give Connellsville credit for holding the defensive line as long as they did, but there was just no one open. The coverage was phenomenal, just not letting the Falcons get anyone open for a chance to throw that ball.
Yeah, that was Lauer again. We're going to get you a tackle update of him after this halftime break as there's around 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go. But now this Franklin Regional team might try to go a little 2-minute offense themselves here. As Galat now, again, the freshman, you're asking a lot of a freshman now as he's quarterback and punting. So again, that's not here. But Galat showing a lot of season so far for Connellsville, but you're able to have a quarterback with the skill as a freshman as Galat. That's definitely promising for this team.
The fact that there's so much room for improvement is a good thing for Galat. He's so good as a freshman right now. He really is, and having that 3 years to improve, to pick up some more skill, really find your game is so important, especially for this freshman.
And I keep trying to find ways to consider a freshman here because he's only a freshman, but there's not many things to improve right now. And so many different aspects of the quarterback position now as he catches a high punt, and that's going to be blocked right away. As there it's a bit of a freshman mistake, had that fake punt and the high punt, and only able to get, I think that's a negative net yards there on that punt of just 2 yards. So a 2-yard punt there by Galat.
Yeah, and Hunter Stonecheck, he was coming in fast because of that high snap, not giving them the chance to immediately punt that ball. Stonecheck coming in, and what happened was Galat was rushed, hit the side of his foot. When you hit that side of that foot, that thing will shank wide, and that's exactly what happened there.
As now Franklin Regional's Rosinski, great field position to try to, and he threads the needle there to number 5 there for Franklin Regional and Coleman, and he voids all tacklers and gets easily into the end zone. And what a run there by Ty Coleman.
High school roundup top 3 play. Meet Tyrese Coleman. Look at that, threading the needle, catching that ball, switching his position, going to the opposite side of that field. A big block there, finding that open space, making his way into the end zone for the fourth touchdown for Franklin Regional.
And what a just way of letting his blockers get in front of him. Receivers don't do that too often, letting the blockers get in front of him, and that's exactly what he did there. As Dominic DeFalco's kick is up, and it is good, and that's going to give Franklin Regional now a 27-0 lead over Connellsville. Stay tuned for the rest of this first half here on CUTV.
is back with highlights and analysis, scores and standings, and more. Every Tuesday, Wednesday.
And welcome back here to Connellsville High School as Franklin Regional scores in the last 50 seconds of this game to give them a 27-0 lead over Connellsville. It looks like Connellsville had something going, but it's a couple sacks, and now they are in great field position.
And that was a 10-second drive. Play 10 seconds. Pretty impressive from Franklin Regional.
Definitely impressive, and even impressive. Just forget that I even said that word. Even more impressive kick there by DeFalco, kicking that one out of the end zone there. But Franklin Regional steps up big, 2 sacks in a row, and then able to come right back out and pick up a nice play on offense.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show that the regional team can hit you from all cylinders right there, threading the needle, seeing where those defenders of the field and making his way down that sideline and into the end zone.
And Connellsville may just let this one go into halftime as they're going to run right up the middle there with their running back in there in Stonebreaker. And Stonebreaker, that's been a glimpse of hope as well there. Only a junior as him and Galad have been definitely making some big plays here in this one. They're going to stick with a no huddle as well, though. The clock inside 30 seconds now. As Galad now. Sidecar to his left and 4 wide receivers. He rolls out to his left, makes a couple guys miss, reverses field, steps up in the pocket, lobs one up, and it's going to be intercepted there by Franklin Regionals. I believe that's number 18 there for Franklin Regional. Devin Powell on the outside brings in a nice one, maybe happening here, and that's exactly what we saw there. Freshman mistake by the quarterback.
And it's tough to even say that. I mean, the coverage was beautiful. He had to get rid of that ball, somehow overthrowing him. He had a man, but just overthrowing him. You know, there's not much you could do. You had the defense rushing. You had almost perfect coverage from Franklin Regional. So I wouldn't hang the head this freshman.
Yeah, definitely not. That's just a play there where you don't want to lob that back across the body, as Franklin Regional is probably going to wisely let this one just go into halftime. Don't want to make any mistakes, give Connellsville any momentum here before halftime with a possible fumble or anything. That's going to take us to halftime here as Franklin Regional has a 27-0 lead over Connellsville. Stay tuned. After this commercial break, we're going to send it to the band coverage. I believe both bands are here tonight, so stay tuned for that here at halftime.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And welcome back here to Connellsville Area High School as we're going to have the bands performing here shortly. Again, have a bit of weather here factoring it, but once the bands come back here, sit back and enjoy both of these teams' bands here on CUTV.
This evening's show is you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Connellsville, and welcome to Homecoming 2017. My name is Angelina Brady, and I am the Vice President of Student Council.
My name is Nico Munson, and I am the Public Relations Officer of Student Council.
And we will be introducing this year's court.
Miss Haley Mickey. Haley is the granddaughter of Diana Mickey of Connellsville. She is currently enrolled in the Protective Services Program at the Career and Technical Center, as well as a member of Skills USA and Vice President of SADP. She plans to attend Pittsburgh Institute of Mortuary Science to become a funeral director. Haley is being escorted by Chase Pritz. Chase is the son currently enrolled in the Protective Services Program at the Career and Technical Center. His future plans are to study accounting.
Miss Autumn Ramsey. Autumn is the daughter of Tim and Angie Ramsey of White. She is currently enrolled in the cosmetology program at the Career and Technical Center, as well as a member of the trap team and Skills USA. She plans to become a certified cosmetology instructor upon receiving her cosmetology license. Autumn is being escorted by Jordan Cooley. Jordan is the son of Ken Cooley of Connellsville. He is currently enrolled in the Protective Services Program at the Career and Technical Center, and he plans to attend Penn State next fall.
Our 2017 CACC Homecoming Queen, Miss Chandler Frestas. Chandler is the daughter of Brian and Melissa Frestas of Will Center. She currently is studying cosmetology at the Career and Technical Center. She plans on getting Chandler is being escorted by Jay Matthews. Jay is the son of Jay and Michelle Matthews of Connellsville. He's currently enrolled in the welding program at the Career and Technical Center and plans to attend WCCC next fall with plans to work on utility lines.
And now our CAHS 2017 Homecoming Court. Miss Gracie Daly. Gracie is the daughter of Ed and Lee Daly of Dunbar. Her activities include ski club, history club, and prom committee. She plans to attend college and study to be a nurse anesthetist. Gracie is being escorted by Brody Bonadio. Brody is the son of Joe and Stacy Bonadio of Connellsville. His activities include National Honor Society, and he is a 3-year varsity baseball letterman. He plans to attend college for business and play baseball.
Miss Brooke Kessler. Brooke is the daughter of Chris and Michelle Kessler of Connellsville. Her activities include National Honor Society, Student Council, Prom Committee, Good Neighbors Club, varsity cheerleader. She plans to attend college for nursing. Brooke is being escorted by Seth Youngton. Seth is the son of Jamie and Jonathan Yulry of Connellsville Society, 4-year varsity basketball letterman, and captain of the basketball team. He plans to attend Fairmont State University on a full athletic scholarship and major in pre-med.
Four-year letterman in softball, as well as 3 all-county and 1 all-sectional title as a middle infielder, varsity cheerleader, history club, yearbook committee, and National Honor Society. She plans to attend Connellsville University on an athletic scholarship where she will study athletic training. Brooke is being escorted by Shane Davis. Shane is the son of Beth Tooth and Michael Tooth of Connellsville. His activities include wrestling, track, National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, history club, Spanish club, senior class, Penn State, chemical engineering.
Miss Jordan Russell. Jordan is the daughter of Terry Russell and Sarah Russell of Dunbar. Her activities include Chamber Ensemble, National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, Student Council Treasurer, Varsity Golf, Student Forum, History Club, Peer Mentoring, Good Neighbors Club, and musicals. She plans to attend college to become a neonatal nurse practitioner. Dunbar. His activities include varsity baseball and basketball. He plans to study athletic training and play baseball in college.
Miss Caitlin Smith. Caitlin is the daughter of Brett and Mary Ann Smith of Connellsville. Her activities include cheerleading, musical theater, National Honor Society, Student Council, Peer Mentor, Prom Committee, and Adopt a Grandparent. Activities include being a member of a band called Jen and organizing events within the community such as benefits and festivals. He plans to attend Cal U for music technology.
Miss Annie Trader. Annie is the daughter of Calvin and Debbie Trader of Connellsville. Her activities include President of Student Council, President of Student Forum, Senior Peer Mentor, Varsity Golf, CAHS Director, and Concert Choir. She plans to attend a 4-year college or university. John and Karen Crescetti of Connellsville. His activities include President of Chamber Ensemble, President of Henry Molinaro Memorial Fund, President of musical for which he plays Cogsworth, in this past year's production of Beauty and the Beast, National Honor Society, History Club, PMEA, Good Neighbors Club, and Student Council. He plans to attend either the University of Pittsburgh or St. Vincent and major in Business Administration and Music.
Miss Kayla Vincent. Kayla is the daughter of Damon and Kathy Vincent of Dunbar. Her activities include Secretary of Student Council and Manager of the Wrestling Team. She plans to attend college for aerospace engineering. Kayla is being escorted by Dalton Ferris. Dalton is the son of Matt and Heather Ferris of Dunbar. His activities include 4-year member of JROTC, and he is a member of the wrestling team. He plans to enlist in the Marine Corps September of next year.
Now introducing our 2016 Homecoming Queen, Miss Hannah Claycomb. Hannah is the daughter of Jason and Gwen Claycomb of Connellsville. She is currently enrolled in the nursing program at West Virginia University. Hannah is being escorted by our high school principal, Mr. Nick Bosnick. Hannah and Mr. Bosnick will have the honor of crowning our new queen this evening.
And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. It is with great pleasure that I announce our 2017 Homecoming Queen. Drum roll, please. Miss Annie Trader!
That's 10. Hello and welcome back here to Connellsville High School. And is there, if you watched our halftime performance, we had the king and queen of homecoming introduced there. It was a very long halftime there, but a very cool opportunity there as Franklin Regional has a 20-0 lead over Connellsville.
Wait, speaking of homecoming, I believe a certain someone in the
They're running for the homecoming king, And there is, again, if you're watching from Cal, I mean, I could use your vote for homecoming king as we're going to take a look at these first half highlights, Stevenson.
Yeah, we'll take a look at them, but you at home could watch the highlights and listen to us talk about Dylan running for homecoming. We're making a big push for him. It's kind of a big deal.
Oh, there we go. I like it, Steve. I like it. Steven's my honorary, him and Colin are my honorary PR guys there, so they've been coming up with some nice slogans there. But again, some nice as well for this first half.
Yeah, this both sides of the field not letting Connellsville do much on offense and really taking over on offense themselves. But, a name that we were mentioning coming into this game was linebacker for Franklin Regional, number 71, Bryce Lauer. He had a few tackles, nothing really outstanding, but Jack Poling on defense, he's listed as a running back, really making his name known on the defense for the Panthers.
Yes, he definitely is. I had Danny keep track of his stats, but this Connellsville team's kind of been running away from him. There haven't been too many runs up the middle. If there's a run up the middle, Lauer's going to be there and causing a havoc there. But again, they've been getting the ball on the outside. Again, I'm really impressed by the freshman quarterback play there of Gage Galot. He has been very impressive now, only a freshman again. This Connellsville team's been kind of down for a few years, and if they're able to get a nice young talent like Galette there and keep him there at the quarterback position for a number of years, this could be a team on the rise, and we're seeing this first glimpse of him here in this game. Again, coming in this game was only 3 of 5 on the young season there, and they just thought, like in the NFL, this is the time to bring the youngster in. This is maybe a guy they've been seeing work through the ranks of the middle school and youth football programs for a while and seen his talent, and now Galotte's getting his chance to shine here as a freshman. Down big early, and it's been all Franklin Regional here in this judge here. Let's see what this flag is.
Yeah, and that's something that, I don't know about you, it caught myself off guard, and I'm surprised it didn't catch Franklin Regional off guard because it was very quick and very sudden.
It was very quick, and immediately official threw it. Let's see what they're going to call here. I'm not sure what this call could be. It's from the back judge. They're going to wave the flag off. Actually, nothing. So,
I always question that. If you're going to throw the flag, you clearly saw something.
Yeah,
so I don't know if they're just throwing it for good old fun. But, I always thought that the ref probably saw something if he's throwing that flag. But there we didn't see anything.
Maybe I'll just say first and realize that maybe it's just maybe it was a rib at you there, Steve. I mean,
it might have been.
As Rosinski now from the quarterback position keeps the ball, and he's brought down there by a couple of Connellsville defenders there. Only a gain of 1 or 2 there on that play.
Yeah, and it all starts with Connellsville's defense, making a big stop there, keeping it consistent, keeping this defense consistent, stopping that running game, and now working their way to the air. This could set up the Falcons with some momentum on offense if they could keep making big stops.
Actually gave them a pretty good spot there in that play. That's going to be a 2nd down and 8 now. And again, another referee in here for Connellsville. As again, it's a pistol set. Fullback to Rodzinski's right. 1 wide receiver out to the near side. There's going to be a handoff to the right, and that is to number 40 there in Gordon for Franklin Regional, and nothing going again. Connellsville defensive line starting out strong.
Yeah, Zachary Gordon having a couple goes in this game. Right there, he couldn't really execute on much, only getting a loss, actually. It's going to be a 3rd and 7, maybe a gain of 1. Not much room to go, and Connellsville's defense has been stopping the running game so far. It's those passes that they really can't get down.
And Gordon just really gave them a spark early on, and that's what really is going to be remembered for in this game. It's going to be a throw out to the left, and I believe that hit the ground. It is going to be called incomplete. So Rodzinski there, first pass attempt of the second half, low on the 3rd down and long.
And you know what? That's a tough call to make as a referee. As we saw, we had perfect vision of that one hitting the ground. Oh, well, he didn't come up with the ball. But if he would have kept his hands on that one, that's a tough call for the refs to make.
It is a tough call, and no replay there for these high school officials here. And this one, is this going to be a referees, excuse me, is this going to be a punt? And it's going to be a fair catch right at the 15-yard line there for Connellsville. And let's see, you got to get the freshman quarterback here in Galat, see what he has on this first drive of the second half.
You know, I think there's potential there. There is some obvious potential there for Galat and this freshman as a quarterback. I think they could really do some damage in the later years. But let's look at California University Television. That's our Facebook page. Give us a like. That's another middleman where we put all of our content. So click on those links and watch our stuff.
It definitely here is this going to be a quick play by Connellsville, and then they're going to actually call a timeout before that play got going. You don't really want to see that there. The first play on offense of the second half, and you have to call a timeout. So just some miscommunication there by Connellsville.
Yeah, and that's something that we have seen. We saw that early on in the game, and something.
October 6th.
Yeah, that October 6th game, Trinity at Bell Vernon, Gold Turf, live on PCN. We do one game a year on PCN, and it's going to be this one. And really, if you're looking at that schedule, that's probably the best game that we're going to get. It's going to be live on PCN.
And there's a couple good games as well. Newcastle Ringo could be a good game. We got some big-time recruits there at Newcastle. And as well, Rochester, California, we're going to see this California team yet again. But again, that PCN game there, we're going to try something out new that we haven't done yet this season. We're going to have Anthony D'Agostino and Danny Beck. Wow. Sorry, Danny. You know he's directing right now, I think, too. Sorry, Danny. But Anthony and Danny will be on the call, and I will be actually the sideline, quote-unquote, sideline, but I'll be in the stands there, reporter for that one. So definitely going to have the All-Stars. You're going to be a camera as well there, Steve. So definitely going to bring out all of our gyms here at CUTV to put on a great show next week.
Yeah, agreed. And it's something that we love to do, and we're blessed to have that opportunity to be able to do it.
It's going to be inside give there by Galat, and it's going to be a nice run there by Connellsville's Lucas White, and he's able to get going there. It's the first time really seen Lucas White get an open space here today. He's able to pick up a nice run right at the first down marker.
Yeah, as you see the fake pitch and then the handoff to Lucas White, getting his way, kind of dodging a few defenders here and there, making his way to that sideline and just powering his way through for the first down and many, many more yards.
Yeah, definitely a wonderful run there. That's something coming out of the timeout. Maybe it's a play they drew up there. Nice to see that out of this Connellsville offense. They have trips out to the right, and they're going to pitch it right towards the trips. And a nice pursuit there by the lineman. It's going to be brought back. This run is a holding, and that was a nice job. I believe that was number 11 there for Franklin Regional. There in Jacob Shedd. He's the big tight end listed on offense, and he got back in the backfield quick there for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, and he's a name that we've been calling quite a bit, a big boy playing both ways. But, yeah, it's going to be a holding call. It was a clear call right in front of the ref's eyes, and that's a shame because that was a very decent run by the Falcons.
And take a look at this replay, Stephen. They pitched it right out, and right there is Shedd there. Clearly got held.
Yeah, and that's a call right in front of the referee's eye. They did.
And now that's going to back up Connellsville, as that wasn't originally at that 10-yard line. It's going to be first down and well over 20 here, and now they're going to be backed up maybe even more, as we might get an illegal procedure call here against Connellsville. See what the head referee says.
Yeah, and to start this third quarter, you're seeing those flags fly from the referees.
It's going to be a false start there against Connellsville, and that's going to back them up. And I'm not sure how much further this first down might. It's going to be a 1st and 27 here by Connellsville. That's just, again, you had a nice couple runs to start out the drive, and then now you're backed up in a 1st and 27. That's a couple times we've seen that happen to this Connellsville offense.
Yeah, and again, you don't have many plays drawn up for a 1st and 27. We'll see what they do.
And Galat is dropping back to pass and passes one high across the middle. We're going to see another flag, and this one may be against Franklin Regional. Here was a pass interference call.
Yeah, number 22. I'm sorry, 22 for, or 24. 21 maybe. Those the black on blue is tough to see. I think that was going to be Blake McKnight, who is the receiver, got held up. But see what the man in stripes has to say.
It's going to be a pass interference call against Franklin Regional. So 3 straight play opportunities here and 3 straight penalties. And that's going to bring Connellsville back like nothing can happen. They're going to be first down in the back about 12 here. So we'll take a look at this replay, Steve.
Yeah, and that's a tough one to call. You only saw a little glimpse of it when the receiver jumped, and you could even make the argument, was that a catchable ball? So, you know, the referee throwing that flag, of course, it's his discretion, so you don't want to step on any toes.
It definitely was a lot from the one that you would have thrown the flag on earlier on in the game. There is now Connellsville now 1st and 12. This is going to be an inside give. Actually, Gillott's going to keep it. He's going to be brought down for a sack, and that is number 1, Justin Johns, the running back there for Franklin Regional. That's a couple Johns on this team.
3 Johns.
3 Johns, and all with a single-digit number here.
Yep, and there you see, quickly making his way to the backfield, not letting the freshman quarterback go anywhere. It's a big difference there from the 6'2", 219-pound sophomore and Justin Johns and the rookie 5'9", 140-pound freshman quarterback.
There's a huge difference there, but every single one of those Johns boys, they're all over 6 foot. So whatever they're having to drink there in the Johns family, give me some of that. I'd like to have that kind of size. They get the ball off to the wide receiver, and he has nothing going there, just a gain of around 2 there on that second down.
Yeah, not much you could do there, getting that pass off quick. Number 13, Bradley Bernich, trying to hop it on that back of the Connellsville player, trying to bring him down, doing anything he can. Going for a ride, but only a two-yard gain.
Yeah, definitely going for a ride, and this has been quite the drive here. It's just been back and forth due to penalties, and now it's a 3rd down and
20.
I want to say 20. I don't know if it's 20, but it's 3rd down to probably about 15, 16, I want to say. Is now
17.
Yeah, 17. Ready to do the math, and he's going to be brought down yet again, and this time it's by Jacob Shedd again. Had to call the hold, trying to block him earlier, and now he gets back and gets a sack.
Yeah, getting his revenge on this Connellsville offense, getting that sack. Both ways we called Shedd's name. He's a big boy. He can receive the ball. He's a big tight end, blocking, receiving, what have you. But on defense, he's rushing that quarterback, and right there he got to him, and he brought him
there in Bryce Lauer, but it's been other guys here on this defense that have been stepping up, defensive ends, the cornerbacks here. Other players have been stepping up for this Franklin Regional defense. Punt by Galott's going to be away, and it's going to be returned there by Leopold, and Leopold makes a guy miss and will be brought down right at the 40-yard line. A bit of a late hit, but no call there against Connellsville, but now great field position here for this Franklin Regional offense.
Yeah, and this is a team that you don't want to give this field position to, because Franklin Regional, they will take advantage of it. You saw them go through the air and even more on the ground.
Yes, now we're going to take a look at the upcoming broadcast here. Again, we have the men's soccer broadcast there on October 4th against Urbana. And, Steve, you'll be on the call over there for that one.
I will be, and I'm looking for a color analyst to call with me, Dylan, if you want to get your soccer shoes on.
That'd be an interesting experience there for me doing soccer, as that's going to be an outside give there to Tyrese Coleman. And Tyrese Coleman, we saw catch a touchdown pass at the end of that first half, and there he catches the jet sweep for a nice run.
Yeah, it was. And in the Franklin Regional running game, there's going to be a flag. This one might be coming back. I'd imagine it will be, as the refs are pointing to see where the crime took place.
And Franklin Regional is backing up like it is against them, not even being asked to by the officials. They're going to go ahead and concede defeat here to the call. And it will be a holding now against Franklin Regional.
It's been a nice little play there, quick, very quick, getting that ball off. Franklin Regional, get a little more disciplined. Don't hold those players up. And you see a little handstand there. Pretty impressive stuff from Connellsville defense.
It's just, I didn't really see where the hold could have been there on that play. But nonetheless, it's going to be a first down and long here, as it's going to be another flag, but a rushing away is Leopold, and Leopold is into the end zone, but I believe this one's going to come back, and this is going to be another holding call, I do believe here, Steve.
I agree. I'm going to have to agree with you on Dylan. And Leopold, if you remember, Leopold was the one called for pass interference on a few plays ago, where that ball didn't look like it was catchable, and now a big run from him, getting a touchdown, and that one's going to be called back.
That's such a beautifully designed screenplay, and the one you do not want a penalty on is a screenplay, because you don't get to run that too often. There's a trickeration plays
right there. That's what it was called on.
Yeah, you got to have your head in front there if you're blocking the player there. But that's going to set now Franklin Regional back for a first down, in 21. So both of these teams getting backed up deep here on first down as Rosinski now in the pistol set. Fakes the handoff, and it'll be fumbled, and it looks like Connellsville may have recovered that ball, and that could be a little bit of spark here for this Connellsville team, and it will be Connellsville football. So Rosinski now fumbling the snap and giving Connellsville some momentum.
And if you take a look at the replay coming up right now, look, who wanted the ball? Miscommunication. He wanted to take it. The running back, he wanted to take it. You got to share. You learn that in both players not really know who wanted to get the ball on that one. That forced that fumble.
Yeah, definitely, and that's just tough there with that read option. You just never know. Both guys are designed. It's either or there of who keeps the ball. So it's not really a play design. You just have to read it, and both guys there wanted the ball. But now Connellsville now trying to answer as we're going to see another flag here. They are throwing the flags left and right. Maybe they did go back at halftime and hear you talking about you wanting to need to throw a flag, as we didn't see any flags really in the whole quarter, but now the laundry is flying here.
Yeah, and the referee's really making pointing their way. They're moving back, and we'll see the official call.
It's going to be a block in the back yet again here, this time against Connellsville. So now they're going to be backed up to first down and 20. Again, that's 2 drives in a row they've been backed up in first and 20.
We'll see where it comes into play. Dylan, you were the football guy. You played. Where was that block in the back?
I don't know, and I don't know if it was even had anything to do with the play, if there was one. But now we have a trips to the left here. Look for Connellsville's Galat. Going to look out to his left, and a beautiful tackle. What a tackle there by number 18. Again, he's made a couple of nice tackles here. There is Devin Powell, and he made a beautiful beeline right to the football here.
Yeah, and that's the mentality. You always got to be hungry if you're on that defense, and that's exactly what he was on that one. He saw the receiver pick that ball up, and he instantly thought, I have to tackle this guy, and he did. Brought him down very quick with a big stop.
That's kind of like a honey badger mentality there, as they call the Tyron Matthew, or Matthew, however you pronounce it there, for the Arizona Cardinals. That's kind of the mentality he has, and they look just like that there as now Galat avoiding the rush. Lots of pressure in his face. Throws this one up to a diving wide receiver, and it's going to be incomplete right at the last moment there. It's number 21 for Connellsville, Blake McKnight, trying to come up with that catch.
And that would have been pretty impressive from Blake McKnight's part, because that wasn't the best throw. It comes off Galat's back foot. That spiral wasn't there. It was almost like a soft toss right at McKnight. McKnight not able to pick that one up, and you can't blame him on that.
Yeah, and you mentioned not a lot of 1st and 27 play calls. How about 3rd and 20? Not a lot of play calls for that situation. Wouldn't be surprised if they might try a screen here or maybe something deep down the field. Just not a lot of options here, 3rd down and long.
Right, and you got to think punting-wise, if they can't pick up this 4th down, you don't want to give Franklin Regional another chance to pick up a touchdown.
You do not, and it's going to be a timeout here for Connellsville. Probably wisely. You don't want to come up with a big miscue here, as it's 6:08 left to go and a 27-0 lead over Franklin Regional has over Connellsville. And again, the rain is coming back down here. Thought we were done with the rain. But again, my meteorology skills getting taken to the test here. Again, I'm a meteorology major, but I did not see the second bit of rain coming.
Well, I mean, just like any other weatherman, you're wrong about the weather. But let's take a look at tomorrow's broadcast, Dylan. You're going to be hearing our voices on CUTV once again. God bless your souls for listening to us talk this much 2 days in a row. But California at Slippery Rock. This is going to be a tough one for California. They're on the road against Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock, they like to go through the air, and California's secondary hasn't been at the top of their game so far. But California, if they could really stick it to them in the offensive category, this is going to be a good game. It's going to go down for the record books.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's going to be a great game. And actually, I would not be surprised heading to this game if Slippery Rock may be the favorite of the last couple weeks that California has had. I would say that Slippery Rock's probably the favorite, and so California, for the first time in a long time, coming back to pass. Flag out, and bet that's pass interference there. I don't know if that ball is even catchable there.
Well, you know, I think this one's going to be on the off. I think this might be on Connellsville. There's a little push off there. So I don't think this one's going to be Franklin Regional. I don't think they have anything to worry about. I think it was that push off from the Connellsville wide receiver.
That's a good call there, Steve. Let's see who this penalty will be against. Something about all these games, we just had tons of second half penalties in all the games we've covered this season. Maybe it's just the unluckiness that we bring here. There actually is going to be a pass interference now against Lincoln Regional, and that's going to give them a first down here.
And watch this play right there. We just kind of missed it on the replay, but right before you saw that replay, there was a little bit of hands going for the Connellsville player, and I didn't see much on the defense, but, you know, I'm not the one in the striped shirt.
And actually, since that is backed up so far, a 15-yard penalty is still going to leave a 3rd down and 5. Not too often you see. Here we go, a 3rd down and 5, as it's going to be a jet sweep here and nothing going. A beautiful tackle there in the backfield by Franklin Regional. I believe that was number 76 there for Franklin Regional.
And you know what? This isn't all too for Connellsville, as they have a chance, if they don't go for it, to pin Franklin Regional in the back.
They do, and I'd say for Connellsville, you want to go for it here. Really, you want to get something on the scoreboard. You're getting close here, a couple more scores, and you'll be in the mercy rule. You don't want to be putting that here if you're Connellsville. They're going to go for it. It's going to be a fake to no one. There is Galat, and he's going to get thrown down, and there is the first time we have seen Bryce Lauer, and he delivered a huge hit there on Gage Galat.
Yeah, he showed the freshman who's boss, who's the top dog, and you know, there's the freshman mistake, handing it off to no one. It's Lauer just taking advantage of that mistake and sending him to the ground.
Yeah, sending him. Wasn't sure which side of was the play action there. That happened to me a couple times there as a young quarterback. Just nowhere to go there. That gets you all messed up because you're not looking downfield. You're waiting for the target now. Is there going to be a wildcat formation? It's going to be back to Leopold at the quarterback position. He's going to outrun this Connellsville defense inside the 5 to 10, inside to the end zone. Leopold with a nice touchdown run. We saw that early on and worked to perfection.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised. Jack. I just ran that ball into the end zone without a flag, nothing called. Look at him on that wildcat run, making his way, juking and just running through that defense, outrunning in a sprint race against Toby Carmichael to get into the end zone. A brilliant run.
Yeah, brilliant run indeed there by Leopold. And he's made a number of athletic plays there, and he just showed his speed. Really, that was the speed there on that one.
And I think, you know what, Dylan, there was a flag on this play, but it was unsportsmanlike conduct. I think, I don't want to say anything, but the referees might have something against Leopold in this one.
I mean, we've seen a number of, and they're going to back this one up.
But if you have a run like that, I think if you're Leopold, you have a little room to celebrate.
You may have taken your advice and handed the ball to the official. May have said something as well. Maybe you guys have the same mentality. There's going to be a dead ball after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against Franklin Regional now. So you're right there, Steve, and it's going to be. Are they going to put the points on the board? They are going to point it on 2 here.
I mean, it's tough as a high school kicker in this weather to attempt a field goal from this far out.
And they're going to go trips wide outs here to the near side of the field. Single receiver to the far side. No wildcat here. And he's going to roll to his left and throw back across his body, and it's going to be another flag and possibly a late hit on the quarterback here as they got to the quarterback there and Brzezinski late.
And Dylan, welcome to Banana Land because these flags are flying out of everywhere. I'm starting to think it's not even the referee's turn. I think they're just falling out of the sky left and right because it's almost after every single play.
I mean, maybe you hear the guys up here in the booth. They're all frustrated. There's a flag literally on the play. I bet you it's over 70% of the plays here in the second half have been. Be a roughing the passer here against Connellsville.
And that gives Franklin Regional a chance to pick up this two-point conversion. If they pick up this two-point conversion, they will put this game into mercy roll. So that helps out Franklin Regional big time.
Yes, it does. And the ball's going to be now inside the 10-yard line. So maybe a little easier here for Rosinski. And let's just hope there's no flag here. As Rosinski now sending his man in motion. That is number 5 there, Tyrese Coleman. He's made a number of nice plays today here for Connellsville. And there will be another whistle. And we are getting tons of stoppage here. And they're going to reset the play clock, even though it's a two-point conversion. So I'm not really sure why the play clock is such a big deal here. But they're going to let this go here and see if we can make it through a play without a penalty. And there's going to be an inside give there to the running back there, the fullback actually there, and Sean Persley. We can finally, and maybe more flags here on CUTV.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
Hello and welcome back here to Connellsville High School. And Steve, refs have been a big part of this one.
Yeah, you know, I do want to take this time to say hello to the referees when they're watching this back and watching their face on camera. Just game.
And he got down there for that whistle, blowing this one back in.
Oh, yeah.
Nice form.
Stealing the
by
show.
The referee as this kick is away. Seems like that two-point conversion took about a whole quarter of play. Now as number 4 here for Connellsville in Stanley worked his way up to almost the 30-yard line, a decent return there, and we're eyes peeled for any flags. No flags here.
And let's take a look at this touchdown, Dylan. Well, there actually was a flag on this one, but it was for unsportsmanlike conduct, making his way through the defense, cutting and juking, doing whatever he can to get past that defense, finds his way into the end zone. I'm sure he said something to the referees maybe, rightfully so, got the flag for unsportsmanlike, sent that back, and they did not. 3-0.
Galot now faking the jet sweep, and he's going to be brought down inside the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down and 8 here in Galot. It's just nothing going. We saw really glimpses of it in the first half, but he just has not been able to find a rhythm here in the second half.
Yeah, and that's all you need. There was a couple mistakes last drive that he had made, the handoff to no one, for example. But the first mistakes we really saw from this freshman quarterback.
Yeah, first mistakes indeed. Now, as Galot dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, throws it, and it's going to be a short ball there. Missed his intended target. I heard the coaching staff up here in the booth from Connellsville to the right of me up here in the booth. You heard them throw it. He's just a little late there on that one.
3rd down and 9.
Yeah, and you said press box. Ray Scott, a big-time announcer, announced a few Super Bowls, went to Connellsville. That's the 3rd big name in sports that we were mentioning. So, I mean, a lot of history in Connellsville, PA.
Definitely lots of history, lots of sports history here in Southwest Pennsylvania in general, as Galot's going to fire this one away, and he's going to hit his intent target. This will be short of a 1st down. And I believe that was that was number 12 there, and Jalen Rogers, the 6'2 junior with the reception.
Yeah, and Galut, he stutter steps backwards, pump fakes, tries to find his receiver, avoids getting hit, managing to hit his receiver, not enough for the first down. It would be interesting to see what they go for. They are going to bring on the
again there. Again, he's all over the field as a freshman. They got back to return here for Franklin Regional. That's Tyrese Coleman. And I believe they're back deep is Nathan Leopold. Let's see if he can get the ball in his hands. Yet again, you just saw in that last play there by Franklin Regional, and a flag is out on the field. I believe that may be a offsides against Connellsville, against Franklin Regional. Now it's Tyrese Coleman now high-stepping and working the ball out to the left. He is down to the 40, and he'd be dragged out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Tyrese Coleman looks like he had something going there on that return. Let's see what this penalty is, though. This may be offsides here against Franklin Regional.
And that doesn't surprise me one bit. But Tyrese Coleman, if this play doesn't come back, taking that play into his own hands, he didn't want to be pinned in their own end near that end zone, so he took that ball. I mean, it was on the 3rd, the 4-yard line, taking that ball, going down the field, and getting the yards that they need.
And they're actually going to call a legal procedure against Franklin, against Connellsville here. And again, maybe they just had a guy, it was a legal formation, so they had a guy that was lined up not on the line of scrimmage there. But take another look at that. What a
there, kind of strutting his stuff, getting through the Connellsville defense. The Connellsville special teams finally being brought out around the 39-yard line. So impressive run. I mean, a lot better position than what they would have been in.
Definitely in much better field position now. As we're going to see, we're going to go back to the power pistol look here for Ryan Owen, and he's going to give the ball inside there, and that's going to be another nice run. We've seen him there, the running back there in Stephen Johns. He actually has had, I believe, 3 touchdowns here in this one. He's had a fantastic night.
Yeah, and giving him the ball on that one is surprising because it seems like they only utilized him when they were in that goal line formation, him putting his head down, running right through the Connellsville defense, getting in the end zone, and I think we're going to see Franklin Regional stick to the ground.
Yeah, I believe so, and there's going to be another give there to Johns, and he's just going to get right back to the line of scrimmage. And Bradinsky, I believe they are going to keep it on the ground, just kind of use some of this clock here.
Yeah, use some of that clock. Maybe try to get another touchdown. Send this game into the mercy rule where the clock doesn't stop. But we'll see what they do. I think it's safe to say that they're going to stick on the ground.
And you made a couple of those touchdowns with some nice runs there. That first half, know that is going to stay with Johns there in the backfield. He's going to pick up the first down and keep this drive going there for the Panthers.
Right, and that's such an impressive thing to do. Being a running back of this nature, not afraid to put your head down, take on the defender one-on-one, picking up the first down, getting those yards that you need, and even picking up a few touchdowns in the process.
Yeah, definitely, and it's just nice, hard running there by John, something we've seen all game long from the 6'3", 217 senior. Got a pistol here on the left hash, and they're actually, I believe, probably a timeout here by Franklin Regional coaching staff. Saw something they didn't like, and they're going to call the timeout there. But again, we have around a minute and 30 of play and a 33-0 lead for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this game goes as we're going to take a look at the Big East Conference. Penn Trafford and Gateway, it's going to seem like it's going to stay like that. Franklin Regional coming up in that 3rd spot, Connellsville last. Armstrong, not the same team that we saw last year with Zane Dudek, their all-star running back, who is doing a great job at Yale, by the way. But, you know, Connellsville, if they could get a couple more wins, you know, Franklin Regional, they also have a chance to contest Penn Trafford and Gateway. But like I said, Gateway, that number 4 team, Penn Trafford, that number 6 team. So to see how that top of the conference goes.
Yeah, definitely. And Franklin Regional's right season. As now Radzinski back at the quarterback position. They are on the left hash. He's got a sidecar to his right, and he's going to give it to that sidecar. And that is a run right up the middle. And I believe that Kersley there with the run.
Yeah, that was number 86. Exactly, Sean Pursley on the run. Going right up the middle, going straight at Connellsville, putting them on their heels, kind of keeping them on their toes. They have to be when they're Regional's going straight up the middle almost every single run.
Yeah, and they're just taking control of this ball game. Johns in the backfield there. There in Stephen Johns and Justin Johns.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a Johns frenzy right now. And a very animated first down call by the referees. They're really strutting their stuff on this one. They're on a pretty big platform for CUTV, but Franklin Regional, they're also putting on a show. I think it's a battle between the refs and.
You have Justin Johns, Colton Johns, Stephen Johns, and I wonder if they're any relation to Jimmy Johns there in the fast food business there. They actually. I mean, sandwich business. You know?
Hey, the speed runs in the family.
Yep, definitely. You're right about that. They're
man, we go all day with this.
Yeah,
Dylan.
we could go all day. There, you're correct. There, and I believe that will be the end. They're going to let that be the end of the third quarter. We're going to stick here. Actually, not going to go to commercial break. We're going to do the late hot dog score, and it is going to be a 9.49. So not too bad. Here by Connellsville. I mean, last week we had the Elizabeth Ford there, hot dogs. Not really the hot dogs, everything else at the concession stand there.
I had a hot dog.
But it is the Lions Club actually running the concession stand here, so that's pretty cool getting the local community involved in the concession stand.
And I do have to say that 9.5 from Brownsville just ahead of Connellsville, that surprised me because there's usually a little bias with our director, Gary Smith, who is a Brownsville alum. He's letting that one slide. Brownsville they usually do, but Connellsville right behind them. So a decent concession stand for Connellsville.
And now we're going to take a look at high school roundup. We just got a score update actually.
Up 21-0, I believe. So that's a huge game to see if Penn Trafford keep that number 1 spot.
It is a huge game. And next week, speaking of the concession score, that'll be interesting there. But Bell Vernon, PCN, quite what they will come up with there with the concession. So if anybody's watching there from Bell Vernon, I know Casey, my girlfriend, an alumni of Bell Vernon. She may have some family watching us here. So if they are, I mean, tell them to pick up that concession stand. They may get the top score here on the year. No bias at all, though. No bias at all. As now with the ball on the 35-yard line. This is going to, I believe they're going to continue this slow ground and pound. Work a lot of clock here as Franklin Regional has Rosinski now. Actually, that's not Rosinski. That's Colton Johns. And it's going to be a handoff inside. I believe that was to Jack Gentile, actually, excuse me there. Jack Gentile with the carry. And I saw Colton Johns. And I thought maybe we'd see an all Johns backfield. But that's not the case there as he gave it off to Gentile.
Yeah, and a big hit there from the Connellsville defender, number 11, Toby Carmichael, laying out a pretty big hit. Not enough to get that first down. They still have a few to go as third down is coming up.
Third down is coming up here for the second teamers now for Franklin Regional. And this is just textbook here. You get to the fourth quarter, you put the younger guys in with a lead of 33-0. This is a great learning opportunity for these youngsters and a great learning opportunity for the third Johns family member to get some playing time here. It's going to be a timeout now as the second teamers there. And a good senior leadership also by Nathan. His younger teammates, teach them some pointers of how they can get lined up in the right position.
Right, and just being aware of that time on the clock. But let's take a look at our PCN game next week for October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. It's going to be a good one. Trinity, not really what we expected. They beat West Mifflin. West Mifflin, a big powerhouse team in that conference. And Bell Vernon, they're also a powerhouse team. Can we see this Trinity team making their way up in the conference? It's something that we haven't seen in the past. It's usually Bell Vernon, Ringgold, West Mifflin, and TJ, Thomas Jefferson. Is Trinity making their way up? Is Ringgold falling off? Is West Mifflin falling off? This conference is so all over the place at all times. And so
what can we expect? I think Bell Vernon might have a big game here tonight. I forget, as you see the rainbow umbrella there. I forget quite. I remembered from the high school roundup, but it just left my mind of who Bell Vernon's playing. And
right.
that'll be, again, like you said, big matchup. Bell Vernon starting out the season strong. I believe they're playing actually Laurel Highlands there tonight. So that could be a big game there for Laurel Highlands to see what they have. Is there's going to be a fumbled snap as Stephen Johns is going to pick up that ball. And yes, we did. We just saw what I was just mentioning, an all Johns backfield. The Colton Johns, Justin Johns, and Stephen Johns were all in the backfield there for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, and just the miscommunications with the Johns brothers. 3 Johns on the field, maybe a little. I don't know what kind of things going on in Franklin Regional, but I'd imagine that.
You'd think if Stephen Johns wasn't a senior, that could be something you could see next year.
Right.
But he is a senior, and he will be moving on to the next level. But still,
Colton Johns just going to replace him. Freshman, sophomore, Justin Johns, sophomore.
As Colton Johns is back at the quarterback. He's a lefty, a little southpaw there, as he's going to keep this ball. And he may have the first down. He gets down to the 25-yard line, inside 25-yard line. They're going to have a late hit now. As agreed, that was a bit of a crackback block, and you're not allowed to do that. They're taking that out of football.
Right.
That's actually we've been riding the officials here in this, but that's a good call, I think. A nice player safety call.
Right. Yeah. You always want to see let the boys play. But in this situation, I mean, it's a block that you do have to call, even though it was a great run. But, that it's keeping the game safe, trying to restrict a lot of injuries that has happened in football.
And I think no one will complain about calls like that now as they're seeing the effects of CTE on football players. And, again, we saw a big hit. If you're watching live, it's a big hit last night in the Green Bay Packers game. Devontae Adams took a huge hit.
Completely uncalled for.
Yeah, completely uncalled for. And they're trying to eliminate hits like that, and they're going to call a personal foul against Franklin Regional here. Good call. You just want to, again, eliminate those plays out of football. So you got to call every single one you see just to keep the same, keep a level playing field from the NFL all the way down to high school, just eliminating plays like that.
Right, and yeah, right there, just kind of catching it's that blindsided hit, that blindsided block, really.
And when they really call that when the plays past where the block's being
right,
made.
Exactly.
So if the plays past there, that's when they're going to call that a personal foul call.
Right, and Colton Johns was running out of bounds anyway. I think all around it was a good call by the refs.
And it's going to be a booming punt, sky high, and that's going to be a nice punt right at the 5. Now has a beautiful punt there for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, and it's the height on those punts that could really factor in. Let's take a look at CUTV Sports 1, our YouTube page. Yet again, like I said, all of our things are on there. Dylan, you're from West Mifflin, or West Mifflin, West Virginia. Talking about West Mifflin and the conference. Family from West Virginia, boom, they can watch it on YouTube. My family out of CUTV coverage, boom, watch it on YouTube. Anything you need, that's where we put all of our stuff. So it's a huge help. And we're actually going live as we speak. And hopefully tomorrow on YouTube.
It's been a clean broadcast as well. We got here as it's going to be a rollout pass here by Galot. An open receiver and a nice catch there. Forward progress is going to give him to around the 30-yard line. So there's Galot finally hitting his intended target. Again, that's so far away from us, I can't tell with these numbers. That's actually number 4. We've seen returning kicks all game long there in Kobe Stanley. A nice catch there. Finally a big play for this Connellsville offense.
Yeah, Galot, look at him. He's so focused back there. He has a lot of patience. He doesn't get nervous. It doesn't seem like he had all the time in the world to find Kobe Stanley on that one with a big reception, a big first down, and a lot of momentum.
Yeah, definitely. And it's now Connellsville. The trips to the near side of the field. It's going to be a little whirly-bird play, as we used to call that at Buchanan, as my alma mater. We call that the whirly-bird play, and a big pickup there by Connellsville. I'm not sure what they call it up here in PA, but a beautiful play design there for number 28 there in Lucas White.
Right, and I don't know what I would want. What did you call it?
The whirly-bird. The quarterback just fakes the pitch and then hands it off inside.
Right.
There, I don't know why we call it the whirly-bird. It's just what we called it.
The whirly-bird special.
Yeah, the whirly-bird special. Special delay. We're talking about ice cream flavors last week, as there's a short carry there for now the second down. But talking about ice cream flavors, that could be Whirly Bird Special. That might be an ice cream flavor.
I go home for one weekend, and next thing you know, it's Banana Land talking about ice cream broadcast.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what goes on when.
Also came with the dilly dimes. We haven't seen too many dilly dimes here today.
We just saw one.
Well, I guess that could have been a dilly dime. Let's see
You
if we see
watching the
another one
same
here.
game I am?
As Galat now with the run inside. He's going to be brought down at right around the 48-yard line. But Galat, he may have had a couple of dilly dimes here tonight.
I think he did. We just saw one in there. He stayed on his feet, finding that space. No one to pass to. A lot of coverage. Real great coverage by Franklin Regional, taking that one himself and picking a decent amount of.
To a high school roundup there, maybe a dilly dime section. Now
yeah, we'll
that
see.
We're expanding the show every week almost. It seems like it's going to be an inside give and a nice tackle, close to a horse collar though, there by number 57, I believe that was for Franklin Regional, and that is Archie Dennis with the tackle.
Yeah, grabbing a hold of that jersey, anything you could do to bring the runner down, and just there, getting a hand on that sleeve and bringing him down, pulling that jersey, doing anything you can. They still pick up the first down, but that prevented a lot more yards and even a potential touchdown.
Yeah, that definitely could have been a touchdown there. Touchdown saving tackle potentially is now we may see a dilly dime. Let's see, it's going to be intercepted. Definitely jinxed that one. Maybe no more dilly dimes here as it's going to be actually ruled incomplete there. But again, Galat trying to get the ball downfield. Again, just only a freshman trying to get some experience here.
Yeah, and 72 not listed on Franklin Regional's roster. Let me look here. Yeah, 72 not listed. That's who, in the middle of your screen there, that's who broke up that play and almost got that interception.
It was. And it's going to be a second down. Now as Galat sends the man in motion, keeps the ball himself, and that's just going to be
can do against this Franklin Regional defense right now, 33-0 with just about 7 minutes to play. Right now, it calls for some desperation things for Connellsville's offense.
Yes, it definitely does here, and we may see another pass now with a third down and long here for the Falcons. As again, it is a 2 wide receiver set, the tight end there. The flex formation is going to be a give off to the right, and again, Regional doing a great job of just not letting Connellsville offensive line get any push.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job, and that goes to show that Franklin Regional, they have a pretty positive future ahead of them with that big secondary line, the second string line, stopping this Connellsville running game.
Yeah, and something we were talking, this is a little random little fact stat in here. We talking about high school roundup, and a team we mentioned out of West Virginia there in the West Virginia roundup, Martinsburg. They're the top team in AAA. So we see a timeout here by Connellsville. They have scored 50 points tonight in only 16 plays. That's very impressive there. Number 1 team out of West Virginia. This is a stat that I thought I'd mention there. 50 points in only 16 plays. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's very impressive. And to me, all I hear is there weren't many flags called in that game. So 50 points in 16 plays, pretty impressive. That's West Virginia football. Pretty big stuff, huh?
Yeah, especially Martinsburg. That's the team is actually there on Twitter page at CUTV_PA. You can keep up with all of our shoots and behind-the-scenes look there through our Twitter page. But that's actually the last football team I ever played against there, Martinsburg High School, and those first round of playoffs. They got seeded lower because they lost to an out-of-state school, definitely number 1 team in the state. And
you passed all over them, right?
Yeah, you could say that. As actually, I was the leading rusher, and you'd think that'd be great, but I had 20 yards rushing.
Oh.
We got destroyed there in the first round of playoffs.
Good job.
First time in my life I ever led the team in rushing in any capacity. So they tackled my pitch key and tackled my dive key, and they're like, run the ball. And I said, okay, I'll run 5 yards, then run straight out of bounds. And that's what I did basically all game long as we head back to action here. Is Galot now, the freshman quarterback, a lot better than I was at a freshman here. Galot, he's going to pass the ball off to the left, and no one is there. And what I saw maybe in the works there, a little hook and ladder.
Ooh.
Not sure if that's what they were running. I saw the running back out of the backfield looping back around. That's a play we ran in high school there. That may have been the catch and pitch off there, but they never got to it. That's a play that they may keep down in the playbook now for next week.
Yeah, just kind of put that one in the back of your head. Always remember that one. In a game like this, I mean, you really have nothing to lose at this point in this game.
Down.
Why not?
Yep. 4th down, it's a great opportunity. I don't know how many times the hook and ladder was successful there. We ran that touchdown probably almost every other play. We scored a touchdown. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Right, exactly. Just like that triple option.
Yeah. Well, it may have been broke a couple times with me at quarterback now as Franklin Regional takes back over control of the ball. It's Colton Johns. Actually, that's not Colton Johns. That's another freshman in Trevor Brennick, and he has nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down and right around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Brennick trying to get off that line as fast as possible. Just didn't have the speed needed to get away from that Connellsville defense. As you see the play right there, the end of that play actually being brought down in the backfield, a loss of 2.
So now we're seeing the third-teamers now for Franklin Regional getting a shot at action here. As they're going to stay in that power pistol look. That's really their bread and butter formation. Directly behind the quarterback as it's going to be a give off here to number 28. And we do not even have a 28 if that's the number.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have a 28
on our
listed.
roster. But a nice carry nonetheless for the. Actually, yeah, we do here. It's Giorgio.
Good luck.
Diacopoulos. Giorgio Diacopoulos. That's how I'm going to go with.
That's good.
He's a junior, actually.
Greek. That sounds Greek.
Yeah, he may be Greek there. That's definitely an interesting name.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that name, either name, Giorgio or Diacopoulos, ever in my life. So definitely wins the name of the night here. As
and if he goes back to watch this, we do apologize.
Nice run there by the freshman Trevor Brennick, and I know from my name having a bit of a French-sounding last name in Godet, I understand the pain of never knowing how to say a last name.
Right, and Godet's a real doozy of a last name. You're definitely right about that one.
Because again, there's a nice run there by Trevor Brennick, is setting up a 4th down and short. And you hear Godet, and you think it'd be spelled G-O-D-A-Y. Why not?
Right.
But it's spelled G-A-U-D-E-T, so everybody thinks it's got it, but it's not.
Got it.
I mean, got it. That might be another thing. Dilly Bar's got it by Brennick.
We'll steer clear of that one.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are my PR people. You're supposed to help me out here. I guess I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I'm helping you out.
I'm
helping you out. Let's just scratch that one.
Nice advice here by Stephen Ruffing, and again, that's a 4th down pickup, and that just continues this clock moving there by Brennick. The clock is now inside 3:40 right now. It's at 3:39 as it's Franklin Regional ball now in Connellsville territory. Brennick now hands the ball off to number 8 now. Second time we've seen Jack Gentile, there for Franklin Regional.
And Connellsville out of timeout, so all his Regional needs to do is pick up a few first downs, and they're home clear. Just look at that running game, staying on the ground, powering through. Both teams not giving up either. Franklin Regional really pouring it all out there. Connellsville doing everything they can on defense still in a 33-0 game.
And a huge shout out here to our cameramen. They did a great job with the rain pouring down on them for most of this game. They weren't prepared for the rain as we see a run out to the right side. It's going to be another 1st down here for Franklin Regional. But again, huge shout out to our camera guys there. They withstood the weather, the precipitation, unprepared for it. My bad. Ryan's bad too. He's been prepared here for
you guys do. But again, a thankless job, the camera operators, Dalton, Devin, and Matthew. Great job as usual. Grit, a thankless job, and grit. They're basically football players.
Yeah, they're new to our program here at CUTV, and they're all rookies, as Danny just mentioned in my ear there. As they've done a fantastic job. We're just giving them a huge shout out as the game's still going on. Again, it's a 33-0 ball game. Just want to give a huge shout out to our guys here. Again, it's nice to see some younger faces. Last year we didn't new faces and
Right.
Colin there, he's back doing graphics. He was a new face last year, and he stuck around. And now we're seeing 3 new.
So if you guys listening to this, if you guys can hear it, we hope you stay around. But again, the guys in the truck doing big things. Gary, big thanks to Gary, the director of CUTV, and Anthony and Danny making their way on the directing board as well.
Yeah, definitely. Danny's done a fantastic job directing as well as Anthony, as they'll actually both go from directing this game, Anthony the first half, Danny the second half. They will be calling the game next week live on PCN. So definitely those are our two, they're the catalysts of this CUTV. They do a great job of leading the not directing, well, I guess directing now. They're lead broadcasters here at CUTV.
Yeah, and you can catch them on WCAL tomorrow for that Slippery Rock cow game.
It's going to be an inside give, and maybe should have been a keep there by Brennick, as he's going to get his running back tackled for a loss there. It's going to bring up a 4th down, but the clock now is at 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. And let's just go ahead and kind of break this game down, Steven. It was a dominating effort. They're really, after that first drive where they were trying to figure things out with the Wildcat, dominating performance here by Franklin Regional.
I agree. It's a game that we thought was going to be low scoring. Even Franklin Regional kind of struggling on offense a few drives, but they managed to get the work done. But Connellsville, there are positives to look at. The freshman quarterback in Gillot doing a great job, really showing that he doesn't look like a freshman. Attempt there for that fourth down conversion, unsuccessful. Connellsville will bring up their offense, but you know there is positivities to look at Connellsville and as well as Franklin Regional.
Yeah, definitely Connellsville. Something they can build on is they have talent. They've figured out their quarterback position. This is the 4th quarterback that's played this year for them there in Gillot, and I think they found their guy. The freshman quarterback there, he's going to be a guy we always try to call a Connellsville game every year. That could be a guy we see for the coming years here at the quarterback position for Connellsville, as he's definitely a young face that there are lots of interesting things going on in this program, but I think they found their guy there at the quarterback position in Gillot. Actually, there by the running back, number 25 there in white for Franklin Regional, and for Connellsville, and the clock never started there after that play.
No, it did. It did. It stopped. He went out of bounds. But pickup, there's really a lot of positives to take from this Connellsville team. They're a building team. That's what they are, and they're going
to be a team to look out for. Maybe even next year, if their quarterback play, if they can get some other talent around the quarterback there. Is this going to be a nice run, actually, there by Connellsville that'll probably do it here for this one. There's 16 seconds left. The clock's going to stop for the change to reset, and then it'll be all but over here from Connellsville Stadium. A huge thank you to everybody up here in the booth for giving us a nice seat here for tonight's ball game. We actually stood the whole time, but thank you to everyone here. We had a nice relationship with the clock operators. They chit-chatting with us as well, as Connellsville's quarterback now rolling out to the left. And that'll do it here as the clock hits triple zeros there, as Connellsville suffers defeat here to Franklin Regional. Franklin Regional with a 33-0 ball game. Steve, any final words here?
Positives from both teams. Franklin Regional really sticking it to them, sticking it to Connellsville on defense, putting that goose egg up and putting those big points on offense. A lot of positives from both teams. Great broadcast. It was always a good time. We'll see you in Slippery Rock.
And thank you again to everyone up here in the booth. Thank you to everyone in the truck. And we're going to hope for some good 4G connection up at Slippery Rock, as we're going to bring the we're not taking the truck up. We're going to go straight live to YouTube, as there's, again, our next broadcast. Slippery Rock, California at Slippery Rock. Thank you again